Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Brian's Reefing World. So today's video, I just want to go over this Frag tank issue I had when I set it up. It kept overflowing because the U pipe on the hang on the back overflow continued to get air bubbles. So we're going to talk about that. So if you guys have one or face a similar problem, we can get that resolved. But now it's working good, and I'm going to tell you how I fixed it. So let's go over the main issue. So the main issue that I had with the hang on the back overflow was the black box, the actual overflow part of the tank, was sitting too high with the nut. Therefore, water was not going in fast enough. So what that issue created was air bubbles were continuing to grow inside the U joint right there, and eventually causing it to break the flow and making the tank overflow. When I set it up, I was having an issue with how low that basket needed to be, and as you can see now, the water level is sitting a little bit lower. Therefore, more water is getting in the overflow, and the water level is higher on it, making it impossible for air bubbles to collect and break the suction. So right now it's working good. As you can see, no air bubbles, good flow. When the black box is little too high and there's not enough water going into the overflow, not enough water is going up and over the U and returning into the sump. So you can see there, no air bubbles, everything's working good now, only for the price of like 4 or 5 floods. So here we are much later, and we're going to go over why it happened and take a look at it. So as you can see now, the water level is higher back there. Before it was much lower, and as bubbles were coming down, you could see it collecting right above the logo, and basically the bubbles kept collecting and going up. So now there's no more bubbles going up, the water level is higher, the flow is going much better up and over and draining into the overflow down into the sump. So you can see now you got good water movement. Shouldn't have any more issues moving forward. So if you have a hang on the back overflow and the water level is too low back there, or your basket's sitting too high and not enough water is coming in, you're probably going to run into a similar problem like me where it's collecting bubbles. So this was the original PVC that I had inside the overflow box, and you can see about an inch or two lower is where the water level was, and that just seemed to be too low for it, so it kept overflowing. So you lift this up and you can see I just put in a little bit higher of a PVC part, and it's working just fine. Raise the water level, so that might be an option you might have to look at. So this is the air tube that you use to suck out the air from it. So you basically just put it up the tube all the way up to the top, and you inhale to suck out the air, and that's what creates the suction for the water to go up and over the U-joint and back down into the overflow box. So, I mean, I know there's a bunch of videos online that show how to start it up, but I just wanted to show you how it should be running. See, there's no air bubbles at all. You can see the flow of the water moving much faster, and that's what the tank needs. Alright guys, so you look for that, and everything's flowing good now, working well. So hope you guys liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't. Like the video, and thanks for your support.